Alright, my shoot, my authenticity was a question today, and what I mean by that, well, I always say that, but what I mean by that is, other day I posted a video, right, and I was saying I was enlightened by one of my close friends to tell me that I shouldn't subjugate myself to one platform. So I moseyed my way on the TikTok. I didn't. The reason I didn't want to use TikTok because I thought it was an unserious area, and I feel like the things that I talk about wouldn't be seen as serious. And then on top of that, I posted some things that wasn't really authentic, things I wouldn't post regularly. I posted a generic couple vids of being so-called sad and intellectual just to get some eyes on it, and that's not me. So I took most of them down, right? But I wanted to put that on there mainly to just get my face out there. But as I can see, TikTok's really not my limelight, but we'll try to use it, but not as much. Because I don't want to be seen as a creator or even a YouTuber for that matter. So, with that in mind, you can go to the TikTok, you know, go ahead check it out if you want, but I'm not going to be using that on the daily because it doesn't hit for me. I'm more of an artist and a YouTuber, I guess, and with that, I'm gonna let you know you're not gonna be able to please everyone. And even though I had that in the back of my mind, I still tried to. I don't know why. And I think I said that because I'm not really a numbers guy. But then when my friends said, "Look at my numbers," I was like, "Okay, they're okay." But then when I looked at my subscribers, I was like, "The views don't match the subscribers." So that means everybody might watch you, but they don't connect with you on the same level that you preach. Uh, um, but it wasn't supposed to be anything too serious. But you gotta stand on what you say, right? I stand on what I say, right? I'm not gonna say anything outlandish, but I want to stand on what I say. But the reason I made this video because I had a vision that that it worked out, but not to the extent I wanted. I was seen as just another content creator that does commentary and just yaps. I don't have any other tools to really do what I want, you know. So maybe I might have to start posting my music early, so I won't be put in a box. But also, we lost a follower, man. We lost a subscriber. I see all y'all as important as me. We're all equals. Even though equality is a facade, we are all equal in some manner of the way. Um, Sorry for the snooze. I just woke up. I did put some generic TikToks on there, so I took them down though. So I should have like a couple up with some old videos with some music in the background. That's it. But when I lost that subscriber, it really hurt me because I'm a I'm a small, not even a small creator, but I'm just a small guy that likes to talk. That likes to show that the world is way more than just so-called sunshines and rainbows. We all know that to some degree. You know, I think we had like what was it? We had like 43 subscribers, then it dropped to 42. I was hurt. I was hurt, man. It hurt my soul. And you know what I'm saying? And he unliked one of the videos. Hurt my heart, but it's not that deep. You can't really think that much. But knowing me, I overthink everything. So when I see that, I'm like, oh, I must have said something to offend that person to the point where they unliked and unsubscribed. But it's gonna get like that. I'm not gonna say anything controversial that calls hate speech. It's not that. I just want to see that. I want to show y'all that we are way more than we let on. But I think I need to take a backspace with the TikToks because like what I was posting was really just a picture of me on the side, a long paragraph with some sad music in the background. A lot of people do that, and I gotta be different. As I said, I wanna create my own wave. I wanna be different. So why would I do the same generic things that everybody do on TikTok? That I feel like I disrespected myself in a manner doing that. But it comes in a time where you gotta understand that we all have our own lives, right? We're all complex in a manner. So when it comes to that, everybody won't agree with you in every turn because we all have our different minds. Our life are complex in a singular manner. So with that in mind, Not everybody wants to be deep 24/7. Not everybody wants to be intellectual 24/7, right? So like, yeah, I'm gonna come on here. I'm gonna joke with y'all. I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna be funny here and there, but it won't be to the point where I'm forcing it to make you seem like I'm normal. Cause I'm not normal. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little bit crazy up there. But who aren't? You know? It just it gets to a point where you're trying to say you're crazy just to be different. That's the thing that I hate. People forcing to be creative. You know? Hard talent. You know, like hard talent beats hard work. Sometimes it does, bro. Cause like hard work doesn't beat talent, bro. Hard work only beat talent when talent's not trying. You know, but you can't use that as an excusatory manner to be like, oh, I can't do this because he has more talent than me. Because I have no talent. Well, I have some talents, but they're not so big to the point where it's noticeable. But yeah, I regret making those TikToks. I ain't gonna lie, I regret them. But you gotta see. I'm sorry. I'm not really talking with any infliction right now. I'm a little bit sick, but we're all you are human in some way. My body still, my mind might be on a different level. My body still, it's still, it's still weak. So yeah. Also, in the up and coming days, I'm gonna try to get a laptop because we're running out of space, and it's not the pictures this time. It's YouTube. It's YouTube and the editing software that is running up the space. I got an iPhone, what, 11, 12? It's pretty old for this standard of the year. So I've been deleting stuff back to back. But see now that I'm actually using TikTok, like my friend said, it's taking up more space than I initially thought. So we're gonna have to figure out how that is. And one thing I wanted to kind of talk about is uh, not a category or a theory that I want to make. It's not the authenticity of people that create. It's the you're doing something that made you famous, and then you switched up to just straight begging for cash and stuff like that. There's nothing. Well, there's something wrong with my heart, but I try to stay neutral with those type of opinions. But don't try to step on eggshells just to be neutral. It gets to a point where if you blow up doing something, why switch it to something that you don't like to do just to beg for money, right? As you can see, I don't have anything when it does the financing on here yet, and I don't think it will get like that either until like I make merch or something maybe, and that's later in the years. But money makes the world go around. It's an evil thing, but you gotta use it. You use it. I use it, as you can see, just to buy random clothes, right? So you see, I haven't put any of like accounts you could send me money to, or I don't even have a PO box to send stuff because I don't have a big mass following to even do that. So I see no point. It's pointless to do that. But I don't know. Like it irks my nerves when I see people like have their Cash App, their Navy Fed, and stuff on it. Only when they use it just for like monetary action, monetary gain. Just like, oh, you got it up there just to get cash, and you're not using it to put it back into your channel. But you don't know what they do with that money, so you can't even. But I don't want to gentrify. Ooh, is that the right? I don't want to gentrify my channel or the content that I make because it's different, as you can see. But everybody says their channel is different. Everybody says, oh, my stuff is different. It's gonna blow up. Yada yada. Go around. But I don't want to gentrify my stuff, and I think I'm already gentrifying by having a TikTok. But but as we said, I'm gonna find a social media that nobody uses, and then we're gonna create our own thing over there. I'm still searching, and it's not gonna be like something that's from another world. I still want like an American app because it'll be easier and accessible. What else? Yeah, I don't want to gentrify my channel and stuff like that. I don't want mine because maybe I don't know. I'm overthinking, but I think that one person I lost, he probably thought I was switching to some generic content creator, and I was just gonna be rambling about random topics that I don't really care about just to get some jokes. No, it's not like that. I'm not gonna lie. That one person hurt my soul, man. It's hurt. But yeah, man, that one's hurt, bro. So I think we got like 42 or 52 subscribers. I'm finally looking at the numbers. Because I told myself don't look at the numbers because they're going to be low until shoot maybe even a year. But it's not that I just want to get famous. I want to be able to speak what I want to speak, and then shed some light on it. And then if the group is big enough, And we got some minions. We got some minions. We're gonna start talking about not just the mind and the body. We're gonna start talking about the world. We talk about it a little bit, but to how we're separated. Yeah, we know that. We know that. And the one video that so-called blew up, that's the video that person unliked. So maybe I don't know. Maybe they just didn't like it. I thought it was a good video, but the video that blew up, what was it? What was it? Dang, I'm trying to remember because was it was it cognitive dissociation? It was not a dissociation. It was one of those videos. I gotta remember it. I'm sorry. I just woke up. You know. Anyway, for that one person that left the dang, I don't know what to call you. Or call y'all as a mass group. I don't want to give like a corny name. Uh, I don't want like a cultist name either. What about? I don't want because this was gonna be that could be. I don't want y'all to be omniscient either. But I was gonna put like the Watchers, but that's like kind of mean. We'll figure it out. We're gonna have some corny things sprazzle here and there because not everything is corny and cringy as this. It gets like that. So yeah, I want to apologize for that for them TikToks. So that's not me. That I was on my body with that. I don't know. I was just posting and posting just to show to my brother from another mother. You know what I'm saying, that I can do it. I was overthinking. That's why I didn't really come to TikTok because I just knew what I was saying would be overlooked as something corny or something that's not wise and too woke, and I would have got clowned. That was in the back of my head 24/7, but that's everywhere. So you gotta get used to that. Anyway, it's early in the morning. I think it's like, is it 9 or 10 Eastern time? Wait, what Western? I don't know. Western, I don't know what conference, but or what region, but yeah, it's 9-10 p.m. somewhere. Um, what's else? So okay, yeah, we're at 50. We're around 50, not 40. My apologies. We're around like 52 subscribers, right? And I said I want to get to 500 at the end of the year. So, but around each month, I at least want to hit a milestone. But we won't be getting cakes and stuff to celebrate and making specific YouTube videos for each only. But each one of y'all are important, not to some degree, to a mass degree. Everybody's important because everybody's life is complex. So when you come to my little channel, my shindig, we might call the channel something else, platform, kind of professional, but yeah. When you come to the platform, you can be yourself, bro. You won't be judged. And then people say you won't be judged, but they judge you in your mind. You're not gonna be judged, bro. I'm gonna see. I want to see everybody's perspective. I want to see how everybody thinks. I want to see how everybody works, how their minds clicks. Because the reason why internet is even made is for each mind to intertwine to build something that has not been created yet. And with that, I really want to say I appreciate you. I appreciate you for coming. Even though it's a small time right now. Everybody got their own lives going on, and yeah, it comes like that. But also, I'm not gonna switch up for the meme and funny. For the meme and funny, I play around with my friends, be like, oh yeah, when I get this bread, I'm definitely gonna switch up. I'm switching up on my day ones. Never not, cause I don't really have day ones. I have like day threes. Like, but I had one day one, but he got his own thing going on, right? Don't wanna keep my slang out of there. But what's another thing? Oh, I'm not going. If listen, there's no such thing as falling off. It's just the attention's not on you anymore, right? So if the views ain't high anyway, but if the views drop, I'm still gonna. The content will still be just like this. It won't be, oh, I'm sluggish or I'm slow because there's no views. I'm not. It's not like that. I'm not looking for the views. I'm looking for a limelight so my voice can be heard. Everybody wants to be heard. I want to be the voice of the voiceless. Somebody took that. I think somebody took that. I wanted to make that on the shirt, but yeah. Don't see me as no revolutionary. Don't see me as a pacifist. Just see me as a dude that mind is shaping differently than others. Because you got to think everybody's raised differently, so the perspective has changed throughout everywhere. So you got to think their values and your values might not coerce together They might not interlink, but that one thing might stay together because y'all both think the same, you know? Uh, yeah. Yeah, I was overthinking so bad about the other platform that I was just gonna take the whole TikTok down because I didn't want my channel or my content to be gentrified as, oh, he just makes depressing content. It's not, and it's not even content. It's just what I speak. You know, it's how I feel and how I want to use it. Everybody got their own demons in the closet. Yeah, my closet is full up with skeletons. Hey, no, hey, nothing outlandish though. Right? Nothing outlandish. I ain't. Right? We ain't doing nothing other weird over here. All right? But some people be like, before I get famous, I've been this, I've been that, I've been this, I've been racist, yada yada yada. And I feel like maybe I'll do that one day, but that's not the right thing to do. You gotta own up to it, right? Don't put all your business out there. You know, the internet's fake. Everybody hides something. You know, I'm even fake to some degree. This hat, it's fake. You know what I'm saying? Everything is fake to some degree, right? The only thing that is real is the nature, and then we even copy that. You know, organization and chaos are two different things, bro. But chaos is the original platform, not the platform, but the original state of the being. And an organization is something created by the human mind. So imagine, bam, here, right? You got these two leaves, right? They're stuck together, welled by the water, you know? That is so called chaos in our eyes, right? But organization to us is me tearing these two leaves together, stacking them, and putting them by size, color, and feel. But chaos is just a natural way and a natural order of life. So if you try to stick that back together, it breaks. Nothing can be back into its original state just off of us meddling with it. Humans meddle with anything. We meddle with everything. But that's how we evolve, by meddling. But we also destroy. So destroying creates, and creates destroys. Keep that in mind. I'm scared because my storage has been moving up lately, so I gotta check my storage. So I might stop the video here because I don't know how much storage I have left. And this has always been a problem. I don't know, man. If you view the video, you don't gotta comment. You know, some people just view and pass on. But if you view, subscribe. You don't gotta put the noties on. You know, you can just come check. You can subscribe or like. Because if you do that, then the things that I say can get pushed in the little, what they call the algorithm, you know? You gotta use you gotta, listen, if you can't beat them, join them. So I gotta do generic things to get put in the generic spot. So when I speak things that are not generic and unique, they come over here. They be like, okay, his title and his cover looks pretty generic, but I'm gonna click on it. And he's speaking on something super, super influential. Yeah, there it is. Sorry, I lost the word. Um, yeah, for that one dude that unsubscribed, I understand, bro. I probably gave off a fake demeanor, you know, or you found out that yeah, I'm melanated. All right, let me stop. We don't do that. Yeah, man. It really hit my heart. Everything hits my soul, you know. And my friend told me if you get hate comments, just like them and keep it pushing. I understand that, but that's just not me. I don't know. I think my soul is just different. Is that a spider web? Just, bro, come on, bro. That's so lame. A spider just literally just created. I'm not gonna kill it because we try to pertain nature. But look, oh, another thing. Like, I used to have the idea that everything had a mind, right? Well, it does. Everything has a conscience, even the insects. But it came to the point where I accidentally killed a bug to the point, and I didn't have a breakdown, but like I like disassociated, bro. Like after I killed that bug, right? I was in my room just thinking like, damn, nobody takes that serious. It's just a bug, but I was like, imagine if the place was reversed and we're the bugs, you know? Imagine there's a higher thing that just sees us as an ant, right? And I think people already have done this concept before, but imagine it was reversed, right? And we were seen as the answer. We just get crushed, right? And our lives are so complex and we're so deep, right? But then you get like this existential dread when you think like that. So I had to stop because it was put me into the depression every time I think like that, right? And I like now that I'm so called older, when I was now looking back at it, I'm like, well, I'm 12 years old. Why am I thinking like that? That's dumb. I should be worrying about something totally different, you know? But stop trying to medicate yourself. Stop medicating yourself to silence the voices or silence your mind. Does not help you. It just makes you dull, and that's what I try to do. It made me dull, and I don't like that. You know. But anything else? Not really. I want the supporters to go up. Fans, followers. The difference between those three, you'll figure it out. And hope you have a blessed day. And don't forget, solitude is with you.